Collegiate career is a game where there's a lot of dice rolling, yet there's also a lot of strategic choices to make during the game. In this video, we're going to look at the use of the stroke rate change card. Every player has one of these that they can use once during the race to call their stroke rate up or down. In this case, we're going to look at the positioning of 6 crews racing against each other and what some of the choices might be for each crew in the race at this point. If you look at the stroke rate table, we'll see that lower stroke rates are safer, more conservative. They row more evenly, and higher stroke rates take on greater risk. It might have a payoff by moving farther, say 5 or 6 spaces, or it might have the opposite effect of moving only 2 or 3 spaces. The stroke rate 32 is a stroke rate where you cannot catch a crab. If you catch a crab, you have to row again on the stroke rate column, and you're probably not going to do very well, at least not as well as you would normally do. So the choices at the end of the race, let's look at this situation of 3 crews with Cornell leading. With Cornell leading at a 34 strokes per minute, I might call it down to 32 with only 500 meters to go. That avoids the possibility of catching a crab, and you've got enough of a lead over the next 2 crews that you could probably hold out. On the other hand, Pennsylvania, rowing in this case at 34, might call it up to 38. This gives them a 5 or 6 roll that would benefit them greatly, but a roll of 2, 3, or 4 could hurt them. Washington, on the other hand, rolling at 36, is already rowing at a medium stroke rate, can improve their positioning on a roll of 4, 5, or 6. I might hold off on that stroke rate decision. If you look at the trailing 3 crews, the strategy in a crew race is if you're not going to finish first, at least don't finish last. So in this case, let's assume that Navy and Rutgers are rowing at 34. Rutgers has a length lead over Navy. I would hold off on the decision for Rutgers as to whether to call it up or call it down. I'll just wait and see what Navy does. Navy trailing by a length, I'm almost certainly going to call it up if I'm at 34. I'll take it to 34 or I'll take it to 36 or 38. Brown, on the other hand, if they're rowing at 32, again, I'd probably hold off on the decision. But if I was actually trying to catch leaders, I'd definitely call the stroke rate up. So you can see there's a lot of choices to be made. Even though there's a lot of dice rolling, there's a lot of choices to be made as to how to manage your stroke rate, especially near the end of a race.